everybody. I hope everyone's having a good day. Hopefully everything's running smoothly. I don't know. Things kind of started out a little funny today, but I don't know. I have my cat on my lap, so that is a positive. And if you hear my brother in the background, do not be concerned. He's playing games. So, hello, welcome back. Also, sorry I didn't reply to your message a little earlier. I kind of just like, was away from my keyboard, but I had a pretty good year so far. Hello, kitty cat. I'm sorry. All right, the cat is gone. I don't know if you guys heard her, but uh, well, how's my new year so far? I mean, it started off like not the best, and but I have been actually like uh doing some, routine cleaning stuff that's, been needing to happen for a while, so oh, thank you. I'm glad it's a good drawing. Also, hopefully stream latency is better. I looked up like 7 different YouTube videos and tried a bunch of different things, so if stuff crashes, let me know. Um we'll see. But thank you. Honestly, I'm probably just gonna do some fun line art. This is actually a birthday gift for a friend of mine. Who this is our D&D party, and so yeah, kind of continuing doing this piece for them. Favorite character from the Amazing Digital Circus. Honestly, 100% Kinger. No contest. I was gonna say maybe Gangle, but nah, 100% Kinger. I So my favorite characters tend to be in a category of just a parental figure, or I don't know, usually older characters, because I like, I don't know, characters with like lived in experience, and Kinger just like, oh, there's an insect collection in your room. Oh jeez, I mean that's pretty cool. Insects are really cool. Alright, boom. Hold up. Okay. Start a new folder. Alright, perfect. But yeah, overall the new year has been, it's been relatively good. You like Jax? He's the best character? You know what? Fair enough. He is a pretty good character. I don't know. I always find mean characters to be like really intriguing. Because they're, I don't know, I guess they're always out of the norm for being protagonists a lot of the time. So it's always fun when they pop up in media and shows. I don't know. I still find it funny that I don't. You might know like the whole controversy with Jax being a mean character, because everyone thought that he would be like, like a kind of standoffish character, but have like a heart of gold, and then he just turned out to be a jerk, which was absolutely the best seeing like Twitter meltdown about that. But you know, I think overall his character is showing signs of growth, which I think will be definitely a lot of fun coming up in the new episodes. Especially since it seems like they're taking like each episode to kind of highlight a character, so it's been really cool. Uh, oh, you were even thinking of making a cover of Happy Place from Z Animation. but it has to be in Spanish because you don't know the letter for the song. You know what? That's totally fair. 100% fair. I know. I wish I knew at least like another language. That would be fun. All right. Trying to make sure that this character's face still, resembles the character, but also having a cool expression on them. Adding some squish to their face. But so far, how has been everyone's New Year? You're gonna put a Spanish alert? That's hilarious. I love that. I mean, it's only like 4 days in, and I don't know. I feel like 2025 is gonna be a year. I can't really particularly tell if it's gonna be good or bad yet. My New Year's and New Year's Eve, I was working, which honestly was awful because I spent New Year's like I mean I worked a shift from New Year's Eve to New Year's, so from the 31st to the 1st. It's kind of awful because I spent 6 hours outside because my coworkers forgot about me, but that's okay. Sometimes it happens. Hello, Spirit Berry. Welcome, welcome. But did anyone else do anything fun for the upcoming New Year? Would be my question. I'm trying to give her like a, the three mouth, but also still trying to make it look realistic. It is not working very well. You know what? Actually, that works pretty well. I'm gonna call that good. Oh, you didn't do anything, to be honest. You know what? That's fair. I don't know. I've had some definitely crazy New Year's. I think the last like super memorable one. I was at a friend's house and we were playing Dungeons and Dragons, and it was like I think most of our first time playing. But dude, um so we were playing down there for a hot minute, and like halfway like into the night, like 8 o'clock, I'm like, dude, I think I hear running water, like a lot of it. And everyone's like, nah, you're probably just crazy. Like a few hours later, it's like, 1 a.m. because it's New Year's and everyone's up late. And my friend's like, dude, my sock is soaked. Why is it so wet? Turns out that at my friend's house, they had a sprinkler bust, and they just had gallons of water just spewing out from the side of their house. Yeah, we didn't leave there till like 4 a.m. when everything was like solved. And we were like busy trying to move stuff out of their basement because their entire basement flooded. Man, that was definitely a memorable New Year's. I'll definitely have to say that. You don't know why my voice reminds you of Ragatha? Oh, thank you. I don't know. Ragatha has a really nice voice, so I will take that as a compliment. From Spiritberry, unfortunately, I had to get rid of the spam taunt profile. I had to leave because you become obsessed with something else. That's entirely fair. Hey, you have to chase the passions when they come. Inspiration isn't given to you, it is forced upon you. You gotta switch it up every now and again. I don't know. I think that's probably the craziest New Year's I've had, if I can remember. There's probably some other times, but that's at least the most memorable one. One does not easily just forget their poor friends just lawn absolutely a wreck as you're moving boxes at like 3 a.m. trying to prevent everything from flooding. When you saw the gummy on the new episode of Digital Circus, you were like, WTF? You know what? That's fair. From Spiritberry, trying to decide what to change your profile to specifically. That's, that's hard. I should, because normally for like profile pictures, at least like ones that I know, I just kind of stay with the same profile picture for like years. And I don't really switch it up all that often, so I would not know any good suggestions. Because my suggestion would be like, I don't know, you're an artist. Make art that you're proud of, and make that your profile picture. Oh my gosh, I forgot the frogs. That's, oh my goodness, that's hypocrisy. Hold up. I specifically was like, you know what, this stream, I'm not gonna bother with setting up the VTuber model for the stream. I'm gonna just have like a chill stream working on some line art. And that way I could have frogs run around my screen again, and I completely forgot about them. Boom! Frog! I gotta change the settings. Alright. Now, you should be able to... Hold up. If I can... Alright, we're good. We're good. You actually have a character that's literally based on what you're obsessing over. So you might change it to that? You know what? Good idea. I endorse and support this decision. Alright. Also, hopefully stream latency has been better. So you weren't like waiting like 7 years for me to read stuff in chat. Because I know that was an issue that was coming up quite recently. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's better. Maybe it's not. A little bit more of a forehead. There we go. But I am curious as to what you're currently obsessing over, Spiritberry, if you care to share. I know, my recent obsession was a little bit of Epic the Musical, and then I got that out of my system with a little bit of art. And like, now I'm kind of just existing, you know? When you feel like you really want to draw, but you have no particular inspiration, and you're just like, hold up. You just like exist. Wow, this is the best drawing ever. Me with no inspiration. Yep. Great drawing. I don't know. I've been looking into things to hopefully get some inspiration. On another stream, I can't remember who exactly mentioned it, but they were talking about a animated series called the I think it's the Wing Feather Saga, and I watched that, and it was super cute. And I can't wait for season 2 to come out. So that that was fun to see. Makes me want to pick up my efforts to try and do 3D modeling again. Uh, but I have not been doing well in that aspect, so I kind of just gave up. Unfortunately, that's I feel like that's something everyone does. Is they want to try something out, and it's not necessarily that it's harder, but it's just harder than they think it would be. So you kind of just drop it because you get a little frustrated after a while. I don't know. Ooh, you changed your profile picture? Nice. I wish I could full screen it. Hold up. Let me zoom into my computer. Oh, cute. Isn't that your Oh man, I can't remember. But it looks absolutely adorable. All right. Clothing time. I'm actually gonna pull up, like, Pinterest in a separate tab because these characters have, like, outfits. But I've been trying to, like, change up their clothing a little bit, so it's not just like cartoon character in same outfit for 8th time. So I'm trying to get better at designing and coming up with more interesting outfits for characters that I draw a lot. I say draw a lot as this is like the first time I've drawn some of these characters in a hot minute. But that's okay. As long as there's art getting done of them, that is the important part. When you have like a specific Pinterest board for like each character, but you cannot find it. There we go. I have found it. It has been located. Alright. I don't know, does anyone else have just Pinterest boards for outfit ideas for characters? Because, dude, I feel like I have like one for every character, and I feel like it's a little too much at some points in time, but you live, you learn, and you need references. References are important, unfortunately. Or, I guess fortunately. Sorry, I'm moving stuff around on my computer, so stuff might be kind of a little scuffed for a hot minute. Oh, you do have, boards for each character? I think that's just an important part of just gathering references, because the last thing you want is to have, not enough references. I feel like that's something that artists kind of lack sometimes, is a variety of references. Alright. Trying to think of what outfit to give her. There's this really cute dress that, like, I might put on her. Although this character is a more active character, I still think putting her into dress would be cute. Therefore dress. Anyone have any cool projects they're currently working on? Because my project that I've been quote-unquote working on has been a arcane video that's going to be like an actual video that I have written a script for and done nothing else. Technically, I've only written half the script. Oh, you also make music playlists for characters? Dude, I have so many. So for actually and specifically, so this art piece has actually like a bunch of characters. cheese and crackers. I'm trying to like pull up the amount of characters that there are in this art piece. And this is the old sketch, so there's like twice as many as there are here. And so this is based off the D&D campaign from a hot minute ago. And it's a gift for a friend. And we have a master playlist of like, I think at this point it's like 400 songs for this entire like D&D party and like campaign. That this campaign was like 4 years ago, and we are still actively, at least I'm still actively adding songs to this playlist, so I totally get that. Alright. I don't know, I always think like making music videos, or not music, cheese and crackers, music playlists for characters is always so much fun because you get to actually think of like, I don't know, I always think of little music videos in my head just being like, oh, but what if I actually get the time and energy to animate a little music video to this song, and then you have like songs that are like, dude, this is exactly what my characters like uh would play in the background of Blank Situation if it was ever like a TV series or maybe a jukebox musical. I don't know. I think of that a lot. From Spirit Braid, the only playlist you have right now is Vixen's Place. You know what? That's a good start though. I would definitely say that it makes it easier when you make like a master playlist for like a story. Because then after you have that master playlist, you can go through and pick and choose out songs for individual characters. That's also a point that I was getting at with like the master playlist for all these characters, is that we all just kind of had fun adding everything, and then you can go in and like fine tune like, oh, this song's for this character, and etc. So that, and it's always fun to have like collaborative song playlists that like other people can add in on, because that makes it like, you know, sometimes different people listen to music genres that you just don't, so they can add in songs that you're like, oh, this is perfect for this character, even if it's a song that you've never heard before. So alright. This should probably be. I'm trying to think of the perspective right now because she's technically behind other characters. So I think I gotta shorten that to like here or something. You see, it's at points like this where something that I always learned from, I guess, animation school is that you should always add like perspective grids even for characters, even for like static scenes. And now, like looking at the perspective, I probably should have, because I feel like all these characters all have different perspectives, which, I mean, it's a gift for a friend, so it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but probably would have been a good thing in hindsight to think of. From Spirit Berry, you personally like doing it separately, but that's cool too. You know what? That's fair. I don't know. That's kind of how I got like current playlists for some of my characters, is by doing like a master playlist and then shortening it down. But I don't know. I guess that's just how different people's brains work, you know? Alright. I can't tell if this dress has a split in it. Yes, it does. Okay. So it has this piece be its own piece down here. And then it actually has, you know, like 2 slits in it. Which, you know, cute as hell. particular fan of like completely covering up her thighs, but eh, I think overall it'll still work compositionally. Oh, you know what? That's totally fair. Needing like with I can definitely see with OCD specifically, like having to have stuff in particular order. Honestly, I could never. I'm so inconsistent all the time that I would be causing myself my own problems. Alright. Alright. I gotta toss some of these frogs back on the screen. They like completely vacated the screen and just went on to everything else. Boom. Tossing some frogs down. You know, I got a long list of stuff to do, and one of those things that's been like on the list for forever is finally finishing these little frogs. And yet, despite that, they remain as they are. I don't know, I kind of feel like it matches the theme of my streams overall, which is, you know, kind of glitchy and unfinished. So I'll take it though. Hmm. Alright. I'm not overly too concerned about the logistics of this bottom part of the script that's mostly going to be covered by other characters. But just in case, like, different pieces and bits aren't covered is why I'm, like, taking extra care. And making sure that it at least lays nicely. Fairy, you have one more thing you're supposed to get for Christmas, but it's taking a while to get here. I totally get that. Speaking of, like, stuff taking forever to get here for Christmas, um, I bought, like, cat toys, like, 2 months ago for my cats for, you know, for the holidays. And they just now arrived after the holidays. And I was so excited because I spent, you know, a good amount of money on them. They, like, look at it. One cat will, like, bat it around when you're not looking. You look at her and she just immediately stops. Honestly, I kind of wish the package just got lost, and then I was like, oh, I never got it, because the cats don't use it. It makes me sad. Hello, Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. The little froggies are so cute. Thank you. Well, we'll see how many we can get this stream, because they'll slowly multiply. One thing that I do want to do, for one of their behaviors, they have, like, you know, like a little passive thing, and I want to do, like, a head pat one. I think that would be cute for the frogs. You know, when I eventually get around to finishing them. Alright, what does this top look like? I don't know if I want it to be the exact top of the dress, or if I want to mix and match it. It might be fun to mix and match. So there's this cute dress with like a V-neck slit in it. That I think I might try and reference. Oh, you ordered an art book and still waiting for it? Yeah, art books, honestly, in my experience, art books take a while. I've only ever bought like third-party art books that have like been returned for a hot minute. But I have heard from some of my friends who were like, "Oh, I got the Spider-Verse art book and stuff." they take a decent while to ship out, and I think that's just because they're printing new copies and etc. But I've heard that that's definitely one thing that takes a while to get shipped and actually arrive at locations. Uh, from Charlotte. Oh, you love my art style so much. Oh, thank you. It took a while to get here. I wouldn't exactly know what to call this art style, but thank you so much. All right. You know what? I'll call that good for I think that's a cute little V-neck slit. Just because I have another character, because I have two other characters that are already here. I gotta fix her neck because I had to do some, adjustments. So the the line art is just sad. That is sad line art right there. I'll fix it at some point in time. But she already has something up to her neck, and then I think. All right, he has a very similar color as what I'm drawing for her, but I think it should be fine. I think at this point it should be okay. You want it to come? You think it comes on Wednesday, but you wanted to come right now so bad, dude. Package anticipation is the worst thing ever. I have a friend who regularly orders custom Legos, and every time I see him, he's absolutely bereaved that his package has been set back for 2 days in delivery. You could see the light leave this man's eyes as soon as he checks his phone, and he's like, my package won't get here for another 3 days, and it said it'd be here yesterday. Oh, thank you for subbing. That's absolute. Thank you so much. All right. I don't know what type of sleeves to give her. But we'll figure this out at some point. I mean, at some point is actually right now, but that means I have to think about it. I could just do a shortcut and just give her form-fitting sleeves. You know what? You know what? I think in the year 2025, we deserve a little shortcut. Hello, Bella. Welcome. Thank you. I'm glad it's looking good so far. The funny part is about this art piece is, so hold up. Let me throw some of these guys out of the way. The original actual sketch for this art piece, which is down here. This original sketch was from 2022. So this sketch is a good 3 years old. Then I was like, you know what? Screw it. I wanna, because my friend asked for a big piece for her birthday, so I'm like, you know what? I have this old sketch that I haven't used in a hot minute. And so I went through and actually resketched a lot of it. Which I added 3 other characters that weren't here beforehand, which it's gonna suck coloring all of this, but that's okay. The sacrifices we make for friends. But yeah, here we go. So it's also kind of a fun New Year's piece as a semi-redraw. Hide all the layers I just exposed again. Spiritberry, wish you could say you have new stuff about your story that you're working on. You've been avoiding it. Oh, some part of you doesn't want to work on it? I completely understand that. Sometimes it's really hard to find the motivation to work on a project because it's kind of like a relationship, alright? Relationships have stages, and The very big first stage is like the honeymoon phase, where you're so excited to work on everything. Everything's covered in rose tinted glasses. It's absolutely wonderful. And then like once you get to, you know, a good solid amount of working on it, so you have like the honeymoon, which is like, like the initial like, oh, let me think of like a good idea. I like how my little like side sketches things are like the absolute worst. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, but you have like the initial idea, and you're having fun thinking of concepts, and then you get to, um, you know, refining, which is when some problems start to pop up in your story, and you gotta really think about how you're gonna work through it. So this is kind of getting to a rough patch, because now you realize you actually have to put work into this relationship, in order to continue working on something. And then eventually you just go back to the honeymoon phase, because you drop the concept, and you're like, that's a lot of work. And then you think of a new idea, and you're like, oh, this would be super cool, which has happened to me so many times. At this point, I think I'm gonna start like trying to combine stories, so you can cut down on the amount of OCs and stories that you're like, oh, but what if? From Charlotte. Oh, you're gonna draw with me? You just need to practice. Like, you grab a piece of paper. Heck yeah! I absolutely support your dedication to draw right now. It'll be fun. I always find drawing with other people more fun than drawing by yourself, because you can share your frustrations, whether a line comes out right or not. Hello, Red. Welcome. I hope you're having a good Happy New Year. Alright. Like I said, I'm gonna take a shortcut, and I'm gonna leave this a form-fitting sleeve, because I can, and no one can stop me. Entering my villain arc by taking shortcuts. Little does everyone know, I always take shortcuts. Ray, do you think your painting skills are perfect? Heck yeah. What kind of painting do you do? Is my question. Like, what kind of paint do you like to use? Because back in the day, I used to do some acrylic paintings. Oh, you mean getting perfect? You know what? That's completely fair. I always think, I don't know, something in my heart of hearts, I always hate aiming for, like, the concept of perfection. Because to me, perfection leads to, is something that can no longer be improved. This is just an art tangent that I'm gonna go on. But perfection means, like, something that can no longer be improved, because it's already, like, the prime example of, like, it's perfect. And so it's really hard to add on to stuff like that. And to me, I don't strive to do stuff perfectly, because once you get perfect, that means you get complacent. And becoming complacent is probably, I don't know, to me, I think the worst thing that could ever happen to anyone. Becoming, like, complacent in, oh yeah, I'm good enough, or, this is perfect, because that means you lose the want and the ability to grow and improve. So, oh, you paint digitally? Sorry. I completely misread that. From red, now you're painting in black and white. Do you want to learn to paint black and white? Yeah, learning values is really important. It's something that I probably should revisit as well. Going back for a few comments that I missed from Charlotte. Did you have chickenpox at the moment? Everything itches. Oh no, I'm so sorry. I fortunately have never experienced chickenpox, but I know if like something's like really itchy and you can't actually like, you know, itch it because it could cause further irritation. Something that my mom always taught me was to get like a rubber band on your wrist, and if something itches, you like, lightly snap the rubber band. I'm not talking about like hardly snapping this rubber band, but lightly snap the rubber band. Um, that was something that would always like distract me. Whether like, I had like a scab or something that you should leave alone, and I wouldn't. So that was a trick that she told me when I was younger, and I think it worked for me. From Spirit Berry. I think another reason this is your first time writing a story, making a comic, so you're so worried about everyone getting excited for it just not to be very good. From my experience of personally writing a comic that I did not finish and I lit rot, um people the thing is that people will be excited and hyped, and it doesn't matter with whether something's really good because people will like it anyway. Sometimes people like something because of its flaws. And it doesn't mean that whether you start something now or later, it doesn't mean it can't be improved in the future. From Red, just realized what you're drawing. Um, I'm currently drawing some characters actually. Uh, some Dungeons and Dragons characters. So I don't know. Just philosophical art rambles and rants. From Charlotte. Hey, what do you think the best shape is for the upper part of the torso and chest? We're having a hard time drawing it. Well, here's the thing. It depends on in my unprofessional opinion, in my unprofessional objective opinion, I think always the best way to draw a chest is kind of this shape. This is like the shape that I've used for forever. It's kind of mimicking the actual shape of one's actual, like rib cage. These are really bad doodles, but let's say I were to draw someone's torso. I usually would start with a box shape like this. Because one, it adds perspective because your rib cage isn't just a flat object. You have this whole side right here. That, and you have this rib cage area under here. This is something that I tend to, I guess, prioritize. Because from here, you can always shift the hips to a different area. But this is the center of your chest, which is really important. So, I don't know. To me, it is a box with a curve in it. Ooh, from Red, you want to share another concept for a story? I would love to hear another concept for a story. But yeah, to me, rib cage, I kind of just a box with a little whoop in it. From Red, you learned a lot from your training. Well, I'm excited to hear about your story and how training would have improved it. But yeah, that's my recommendation for a torso. Normally masculine ones I tend to taper very heavily, and feminine ones I tend to. I don't know. I think I taper them quite similarly, actually. I just normally make masculine ones a little bit more chunky, but that always depends on the character and what you want to emphasize. Alright, I gotta toss some of these frogs back onto the screen because they're like flooding into every other desktop screen I have. And not the one I actually wanted to. I say desktop screen as I'm currently streaming on a laptop, but... Hello, Pangolin! Welcome, welcome! Alright, let me throw some of these frogs down here. For Pangolin, that you're going a little crazy not being able to find your stream. Then you remembered you stream on YouTube and facepalmed. I'm doing relatively well. My feet are absolutely freezing right now, but you know, that's just because it's cold. But I'm having a good time. I hope everyone else is having a good time in stream as well. But yeah, honestly, maybe at some point I should stream on Instagram again. It's been like a hot minute since I've done that. I think at this point it would be almost a year since I've streamed on Instagram. Mayhaps I should plan a stream on Instagram at some point. Oh, don't mind me having some scuffed stuff in the background. From Red, you decided to start your story with a detective in a dying kingdom called the Scarlet Empire after the king died in a war from invasion attempt from native mushroom people. Okay. Made sure to add a lot of jokes. Nice. From Spiritberry, so you post on Insta with your new character. Yeah! Oh, you finally got a name for her? She has such a cute design. I would be super interested to know what the name would be. Alright. Back to the line art that I was, you know, trying to do. I'm gonna make a new layer to do these hands, because these hands are probably gonna drive me insane. And I'm already having a bunch of lag from the frogs, but that's okay. From that Pangolin trying to figure out what to draw right now. Got a couple ideas, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, just start drawing something, and if it's not giving you, dopamine, then move on to the next concept. That's kind of what I do, which leaves you with a lot of excess files that you will probably never revisit. What is she holding? She is supposed to be holding a bow. So the idea is, I have a character with very stupidly long hair, and currently, her and this is a character here as well. So this is this character over here, Pebbles, this character Zana, and they are tying bows in his hair. So this is just a big bow that she's holding. I don't know what it looks like out of context, but in context, that is what she is holding. From Spiritberry, talking about their character. Oh, her name is Noelle Winter. Oh, that's a cute name, especially for like a holiday themed character. I think that's super cute. From that Pangolin oop hands. Good luck. Yeah, hands. Thank you for the luck. We'll see. I've been kind of getting better at drawing hands, but I have not done an actual sit-down hand study in a while, so it's kind of just like making tapered sausage noodles until it looks correct. So, all right, I might have to tank some of these frogs because I could barely draw right now. There's so much lag. Hugga Froggo to be calm. Spiritberry, your gonna make a Valentine's themed character? That's gonna be cute. Alright, hold up. That's not how her fingers should go. What the heck was I doing with this hand sketch? I have her fingers going in like 7 different ways. There we go. That's acceptable. If I ever had to feature hands in like an actual drawing, I'd probably draw them, much better than they are, but that's later me problem if I ever do it, All right, the frogs might be it might be at the point where we're gonna have to do a preliminary frog count. I'll write down that number and then do it again because these frogs are so angry that they weren't able to replicate last stream, and now they are cloning like nobody's business. From that penguin, all Valentine's stuff is already out, reminding you of your inevitable birthday. Oh, jeez. I mean, I was gonna say, aren't birthdays a good thing? But I kind of feel the same. Definitely feel a skull face emoji and sweat drop for birthday time. So I totally get that. And then from Spitbro, you're thinking about backstory for Noelle? Nice. Alright, yeah. It's gotten to the point where my computer cannot handle this amount of frog. Did that frog just puke frog? Yes, it is. You feel like... from that penguin, I'm feeling the old. I 100% get that. I don't know if I'm excited or not excited that my upcoming yearly subscription to Life, it'll be the yearly subscription that I can consume spicy juice, and I don't know if I'm totally excited for that. From Spiritberry, talking about their character. All you have right now is that she's the leader of a land full of regular reindeer. Ooh. I mean, the question is she a good leader or a bad leader of the other reindeer? Alright. Real quick, gotta do frog count so I can cull these frogs, because it's too much. Alright. Yeah, you see how slowly he fell? That's how much lag is on my computer right now. Alright, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 32, there we go, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So there's currently 57 frogs. No wonder my computer is tanking. That is more than they usually spawn in. So I am gonna write that number for right now and reduce it all back down to 1 so, my computer can survive. So I'm just gonna real quick. Boom. Okay. That is written down, so I do not forget. Alright, I missed a few things while I was counting all that stuff. From that penguin. Same for you. But hey, at least your yearly subscription is the same day as discounted Valentine's Day chocolate. That is a good birthday gift. From Red, ever watch Creature Commandos? I have not, unfortunately. I've heard the name a few times, but I'm not exactly sure about the series. Spiritberry talking about her character. Oh, she's a good leader. Lovely. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. How was it coming out of your den to show yourself to the internet again? Lovely. It was a very slow burn, I will say. But we're here. And hopefully everyone's having a good time. This is a bad hand, but that's okay. From that penguin, never heard of Creature Commandos? It's just like Call of Duty said, destroy the child. Creature Commandos is from DC. It's a TV show. It's gas, you'll tell us. Alright, maybe I'll have to check it out. How long is the, I'm guessing you said TV series, right? So how long is it? And when you said, it's like Call of Duty said, destroy the child, reminds me of the Red versus Blue series, if anyone knows what I'm talking about. I used to watch that when I was probably a little too young to watch that. That was a fun series. I never was interested in the later seasons, though. Like what? Red versus Blue. It was a, if this is what you're talking about, it was pretty much a, series that people started. I think it was by Robot Chicken, if that, gives you any context to what the series was. Pretty much people used, whatchamacallit, Halo Reach characters and made like a whole storyline with them. From Charlotte, you haven't drawn for like 3 months. You still have your drawing skills? Heck yeah! I love when, sometimes there's like an unfortunate long absence from doing art, but like you can jump right back into it. That's always the best. It's always nice to be saved from the frustration of something not looking the way you want it to. Being like, heck yeah, I am on point still. My skills are still 10 out of 10. From Red, talking about Creature Commandos, has 6 episodes at the moment. Jane Gunn was busy with the Superman movie. Alright. I've heard that, I feel like I've heard the name before, but is this a recent series or an old series? I'm adding too many fingers to this hand. I almost gave her... Wait, no. Am I? Hold up. Hold up! How many fingers do hands have again? Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Cool. Oh, it's recent? Alright. And I'll definitely have to give it a watch. Like I said, I thought I heard the name somewhere before, but I was probably thinking of, like, the old, show, whatchamacallit? G.I. Joe with Cobra Commander. Because, Creature Commando sounds similar, but... I will have to give it a watch. I just finished the Wing Feather Saga, which was suggested to me on another live, so I think it's about time I look into something else. Although I am also, like, ignoring my IRL duty, because I got, like, 16 hours of training videos that I've been needing to watch for, like, a couple of months, and I'm still putting it off, and yet, you see, you got, like, important videos like that to watch, but instead you'll watch a 16-hour live stream of someone speedrunning every single FNAF game in sequential order. From Right Creature Commando, this is like G.I. Joe, but if G.I. Joe and Suicide Squad met each other, okay. That's a definite watch then. Where can one mayhaps find this show? Would you be able to find it online or through a subscription service? Because depending on the subscription service and or whether it can be found online, I will be able to watch it. From Spirit Bray, talking about their character from earlier, you would say Noelle's very confident and supportive. I love that. You're gonna talk about Noelle for a little bit? Honestly, that's perfectly fine. Go for it. From Charlotte, you're about to draw hands for your character. Pray for you. I pray for you. We will all send prayers to the hand gods because I feel like there's multiple of them. So that you will be blessed with the ability to draw, well, cheese and crackers. Hands that look... Cheese and crackers. Good hands. There we go. Alright. I mean, I will say the hand god did not bless me with the best ability to draw hands today. I'll take it, though. I will 100% take it. From Red, probably find it on HBO Max. Okay. Sadly, there's no Harley in the Creature Commandos. Pray to Athena for creativity. Yeah. That's a good idea. Alright. So now that the hands are finished, at least as finished as I'm gonna make them. You see, one thing that I have enjoyed about my art process recently is that I've been kind of like loosening up on my line art a little bit, allowing it to be a little bit more sketchy, and then going through and when I am working on stuff again, just, you know, when rendering, kind of cleaning it up. From Kelly, working on something, so now I have to say bye. That's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's wonderful to have you, alright. From Red, talking about, like, you know, praying to Athena for the hands, by sacrificing the art you made. Nice. You see, when one has to make sacrifices in order to move forward. Or at least I think that was said at one point in time by somebody. Imagine just like a little quote box pops up said by someone at some point. That'd be funny. Alright. Remove the sketch. How do we look? let's work on this a little bit more. Sometimes you forget the lines that you're missing because you have the sketch there, and when the sketch is done, you realize that you need to work on this a little bit more. Add some more contour lines in the middle. From Spearberry, talking about their character, Noelle Winter. She's a really good leader and actually does a good job of protecting the North Pole. Nice. And from the other reindeer, she lives in a small area of the North Pole. I do have a question about your characters, though, Spiritberry. Will your, since you said you're going to be making a Valentine's themed character, are they going to be like part of the same universe, or are they going to be completely separate stories? Because I would say that would be a fun concept to have them all, like, you know, have like a holiday themed world. Think like Nightmare Before Christmas. Alright. The shirt slash jacket that I'm basing this outfit on does not have the seams on the sleeves uncovered, so I'm just gonna guesstimate and say that they're about there. I don't know, something that I always recommend if you're drawing clothing, add the seams in. Seams will make clothing, you know, seam, but real. From Spiritberry. Oh, they'll be in the same universe? Nice! I don't know. Now that the holidays are over, I do have a question for everybody if they're willing to I don't know. If they're willing to answer, but what is everyone's favorite like holiday movie? It could be any holiday. It could be anything from Groundhog's Day to maybe like a Christmas movie, Halloween. I don't know. What are people's favorite holiday movies? From Red, talking about Spiritberry's character. Realize your character is inspired by Mrs. Claus, you know, Santa's wife. Mayhaps they are. I don't know. That's something for Spiritberry to answer. They might have been. From Spiritberry, she protects the North Pole because she's the only reindeer that's also half dragon, making her very powerful. Ooh. Oh, she's inspired by a video game character. That's actually cooler than being inspired by Mrs. Claus. From Charlotte, not gonna lie, Christmas didn't hit the way it did in 2023. You know what? Yeah, I feel that. I actually feel that real hard. I don't know. It was really weird because on the 25th, so where I'm at, it either snows really hard or there's no precipitation whatsoever. But this last year, it rained. And that was the weirdest experience of my life. It was like 15 degrees outside and raining. I don't know how to describe how perplexed I was. To one, have it rain on what's supposed to be a snowy holiday. And two, that I've never once in my memory had it rain on Christmas before. It was so weird. Anywho, random thing, but yeah, I definitely feel that it just did not hit as hard. Although I had a good time, at least for Christmas Eve, because I've worked every single holiday since June, of this year. Besides Halloween, I did get Halloween off. But, for Christmas Eve, Me and my family, we sat down, we were watching Christmas movies, which we watched my favorite Christmas movie, which is a Muppets Christmas Carol. 10 out of 10 movie. Everyone, I recommend that movie. It is the best. From Spiritberry, talking about their character. Oh, Noelle Holiday from Deltarune is who she was inspired by. That's actually really cool. From Charlotte. Dude, it was also raining for you? Oh my gosh. Imagine there was a parade on the 25th, so you could say it rained on the parade. Anyways, that wasn't funny. What the hell was I talking about? Anyways, but that's actually kind of crazy. It rained for you too. Maybe we're in a similar area, or it just rained in multiple places on Christmas, which is insane to think about. From Red, didn't know Deltarune was still a thing. No, Deltarune's like still heavily a thing. I think even Undertale's still heavily a thing. It wasn't until recently where I've gotten a bunch of Undertale stuff pop up on my feed again. From that Pangolin. Oh, you're back. You've been instructed how to find Buffalo Waffle recipes now. Yo, I've never had Buffalo Waffle, cheese and crackers, bubble waffles before, but they sound so good. They're making me so hungry. Which reminds me, I have fast food cinnamon toast sticks, or like toast sticks that I didn't eat this morning that I could reheat. Thank you for reminding me about that. That's probably gonna be my num-nums after stream. From Spiritberry, from Deltarune, Chapter 3 and 4 of Deltarune's coming out this year, so it'll definitely still be a thing. Honestly, I forget that a lot of games, especially titles with indie creators, release in chapters. So I kind of forgot that it was a thing. Like, Deltarune was a thing as well. From Pangolin, you're expecting snowstorms. I mean, from how cold it is where I'm at currently, I think I'm due to get a snowstorm probably here shortly. Although I will say I live kind of towards a mountainous area, and it has been snowing in the mountains non-stop for like the past 2 weeks. From Red, the matter of fact of how old Deltarune is. Deltarune game is probably older than the average Prima art in Warhammer. I don't think I said that right, but I know Warhammer 40k. I've definitely heard that thrown around a bit. Yeah, Deltarune came out in 2018. Yeah, I don't think Deltarune as a game is that old. I think you might be thinking of a similar game, but now thinking that Deltarune came out in 2018, you have to remember that is 7 years ago, which by standards is still pretty old. From that Pangolin, you gotta show somehow find a non-Nutella filled one because you don't have that, and we don't want to go outside. I mean, depending on what you have, you can always make a cream cheese filling. If you have like cream cheese, sugar, and I don't know, I can't remember what it is, but you could like make cream cheese frosting to put in it if you have any cream cheese. That would be my recommendation. I think cream cheese frosting goes hard on and in absolutely everything. It is the best frosting ever and best filling ever, hands down. No competition. From Spiritberry, the actual idea of Deltarune existed before even Undertale. That's actually really cool. I didn't know that. That's a fun fact. From that Pangolin, it's kind of weird that you're here right now, where I used to live, and it's expecting a blizzard by now. You know what? I have been really surprised of how little precipitation I've gotten in my area, but I know that we've barely gotten anything, down here up in the mountains. They've gotten absolutely blasted with snow, like train wreck amounts of snow up there. But honestly, it's crazy to me how much the weather's been changing the last few years, but unfortunately, I think we all know why the weather's been kind of funky. From Red, were you ever a fan of Warhammer 40k? I've actually never gotten super into Warhammer 40k. I just know about it because my sister and her fiance are super into painting minifigures and kind of try to introduce me to it, and I unfortunately never really got into it. But I do know of it. From that penguin, it's true. Cream cheese frosting is so gas. Yep, it's the best. I mean, top 10, like, top 3 desserts, honestly, would have to be, like, number 1, cheesecake, number 2, anything with, cream cheese frosting on it. Like, literally, you could hand me a piece of broccoli with cream cheese frosting on it, and I would be so grateful. Like, that, honestly, I'm getting so hungry right now, that makes... the idea of broccoli with cream cheese frosting on it should not make me hungry. But, and then number 3 would probably be ice cream cake, because, I don't know, so some ice cream cake, especially from, like, a place near my, dwelling, have, like, little tiny, like, chocolate breadcrumb crumbles in them, and so good. 100, just the best. From Spiritberry, fun fact, the ending of Deltarune came to the creator in a dream, so the ending is literally gonna show what his dream was, and you're so excited to see what it was. That's hilarious. Honestly, as a creative person myself, I'm not gonna lie, I am so guilty of just dreaming about ideas and concepts, and then, eventually making them a reality or coming up with stories for them, so I totally get that. I don't know if that's a crazy thing for me to, like, think of, though. Because in my experience, I think a lot of people, like, creative people, come up with a lot of their ideas, stories, and inspiration from, like, dreams that they've had. And I know, like, myself, sometimes, I'll actually, like, sit down and sometimes when I'm, like, asleep and dreaming, because I tend to, like, lucid dream a lot, and if you don't know what lucid dreaming is, it's basically where you know that you're dreaming, and you can kind of change what happens. I tend to do that, like, 100% of the time, so I'm like, you know what? If I'm asleep, let's explore the story concept, and then I do. That was a random tangent. I'm sorry. Anyhow. Anyhoozles. Honestly, I think I'm gonna try and finish, like, I don't know, his absolutely massive long hair. And then probably call it for stream. But we'll see how long that takes. Because it took me a whole goddamn hour to do one character's line art, which, let me tell you, is not a good ratio when there's like 7 characters. And you're just on line art. From Spiritberry Pro, dreaming is literally how you made your Spiritberry soda. You know what? Yep, that's fair. From that penguin, not gonna lie, you've been trying to lucid dream more because of a lot of writing projects from dreams. Yep. From Charlotte, Deltarune Chapter 3 is almost out. Oh, that's cool! They're gonna make some Japanese translations or something. Correct you if you're wrong. You don't mess with the game at all? That's actually cool that Chapter 3 is coming out soon. I mean, I have never played Deltarune. I played Undertale back in the day and was super into it. which is kind of funny because I think I enjoyed Undertale after there was like an Easter egg added to what was that game called? I think Yandere Simulator, and then I finally got into Undertale. I don't know, it was a roundabout way to get into a really good game. From Spirit, pretty much correct. Chapter 4 is also almost finished. Oh, cool. From that penguin, now you need to go listen to Carpet by Toby Fox. He has a song called Carpet? Hold up, this cannot be a real thing. Then again, I remember who Toby Fox is. Yep, that is 100% an actual song. Came out October 26th, 2024. I don't know, it's okay. I'm gonna listen to it right now and give my honest opinion. Okay, yep. Never mind. I know exactly what this song is, and I have seen it before. I did not know Toby Fox made this, but it's so obvious. How did I not know? Bro, how did I not make the connection that he was the one who made that song? That's hilarious. Alright, let's hide that. Let's focus on his hair for right now. You know, draw the easier out of the two characters' hairs. Oh, I can't believe I got tricked into genuinely like curious to watch that video to just realize, oh no. I don't know, it's a great song. I think everyone should listen to that song. Alright. Cool. That works. That is good enough hair. Gonna kind of use the liquefy tool, rein it in just a little bit, because I feel like I drew it a little longer than his hair is supposed to be. I don't know. I can never get this character's hair right, so. That penguin raw, your devices aren't syncing and you want to start drawing? Oh no. You know what, that is one reason why I'm kind of glad I have the drawing tablet that I currently have is actually a refurbished, I think, Wacom 1 tablet, which I got for a pretty good price. If you're ever looking to upgrade your drawing tablet and you don't know how you're going to feel about it, I 100% recommend getting like a refurbished or secondhand tablet. Because it is 100% worth it, and you're not going to break the bank to get it. But thankfully, I haven't had any issues of it syncing. Only issues I've ever had with it are, it has like 7 million cords, which is really annoying, especially because I do everything on my laptop. I do not have a desktop computer. Everything is done on my laptop computer. And when you're trying to be mobile and bring this with you, it is the worst, but, you know. From Spiritberry, you just need to know who Gaster is. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Recently I listened to, I think it was like the Gaster fan song that people made, and I forgot how much of a bop that song was. It was so good. From that penguin, you know what, your Wi-Fi sucks. Honestly, I'm glad my Wi-Fi is actually treating me nicely today. Sometimes it just absolutely kills me. from that penguin. You had to get a fancy tablet for college. Connected to phone hotspot works better. Nice. I know. Honestly, when I was going to college, at least the college that I went to, which is now closed. Rip that college. Um, they had like those Wacom Cintiqs. They're like the huge drawing tablets, the ones that are like bigger than your TV tablets. And they would just have rooms full of like 30 of them. I can't even comprehend the amount of money that would cost. And yet they closed due to bankruptcy. And I don't even know what happened to all those drawing tablets because, dude, how much I just wanted to travel back there to just ask, like, hey, if the college is closing, can I just, get one of those for free? The temptations were so strong. From Spirit Bay, anything I want to know about Noelle? I want to know whether, what kind of story you want to do with Noelle. Or are they going to be kind of like a character who's going to, like an OC that exists without a story, or if they're going to have like a plot that you're planning for them to follow. And sort of, what kind of character development, if they have a plot, that you want to do with them. That would be my question. Kind of a long question, so my bad. But alright. Let's draw Mr. Rapunzel's fucking hair. Oh, my apologies. I did not mean to swear right there. Well, just casually. I try and be so good about keeping videos PG-13, and then I just, without thinking about it. Okay. I don't know. One thing I do say that I'm very excited about with my art progress is just, I absolutely am so happy with the way that me drawing hair has been developing. Like, I feel like I've been getting a lot better at it, and that is just some happy progress that I have seen. Honestly, I think so. I think PG-13 you're allowed to have. You know what? I'll have to look that up. From Spirit Berry, probably won't make a full story for her unless something you really get attracted to. You know what? 100. I understand that. Sometimes you just have fun characters that are unattached from stories, but still have a really fun role and are fun to think about. All right. How many swear words? Hold up. I'll pull this. I'll pull this up on the actual screen over here. That's not what I wanted to do. Cheese and crackers. All right. Wow. Oh, lovely. You can see my awful spelling. Use one use. I've used my one use. That's alright. Cool. If I say one more harsh word, I'm allowed to be canceled at this point. Oh, that's hilarious. They give you one. A single one. You thought it was 3? Well, okay, hold up. Yeah, so they, well, it's also use of a harsh sexually derived word. So saying, so it has to have something to do with, you know, like the F-bomb falls into this category, but I don't think like damn would, you know? So maybe there is more amounts of stuff, but like stuff, you know, like the F-bomb are only allowed once. A single one. If you do any more, you're gonna combust and explode and the universe will just die, I guess. Anyways, that's honestly, I thought it was more too. I legitimately thought, like you said, it would be like 3-ish. From Penguin, why doesn't Ibis Paint have a square brush? You know what? That's a good question. I honestly don't think, at least the version that I bought of Clip Studio Paint has a square brush by default either, which, honestly, a crime. Criminal. The worst, actually. From Spareberry, the fact is obvious. Talking about their character, Noel Winter. The fact is obvious, but she loves Christmas and gets disappointed whenever Christmas ends. You know what? That's me, but whenever eggnog gets like stopped being sold off the shelves, I feel that so hard. When the holiday season ends and eggnog is gone. No, don't tell me. That was on the Oh, I'm so mad. That line art looked so good. It's on the sketch layer. No. It's on the sketch layer. I'm so happy with how the line art was turning out, and it's on the sketch layer. Oh, all right. You see, I should have saved that one PG-13 sanctioned bad word. I should have saved that for then. That would have been where she a moment of silence. Thank you. Oh, it was looking so good. Oh, right after I was talking about how happy and excited I was that I can finally like start being proud of the way I draw hair, and you know when an action hurts so much that you feel it in your bones. Me right now. Oh man. You know, at a certain point, you think you're experienced enough in digital art that you would stop doing stuff like that. You know, you've been doing digital art for well over 10 years. And yet. Oh. I mean, I could try and like mess around with contrast and everything to isolate the line art that I already drew, but it's just gonna be easier to draw it again. From Pangolin, talking about the square brush and Ibis paint. You swear, there's a cube, but not a square? And I'm guessing by square brush you mean like literally just a brush shaped like a square. Oh, you spoke too soon, you found it? Nice. At least you know they do have it, so you which is important to know. Alright. You can't relate, you only draw in one layer? Yo! Alright, my bad. Woe is me in my multiple layer drawings. I should feel ashamed of myself. I'm making completely jokes out of here. But yeah. Honestly, that's really impressive to draw on a single layer. I probably could at some point, but I don't know. I can't. I'm physically wired to have to do multiple layers. My brain just doesn't compute. From Pangolin, you're making a custom brush right now? Yep. I entirely felt that. Honestly, I need to make some custom brushes of my own because there's some brushes that I haven't found. Like, since I use Clip Studio Paint, like on the asset store, I haven't found literally a square brush that I like yet. So, you think if you're remembering right, you raise the contrast on the sketch layer and you get your line art back? Yeah, pretty much. So if I were to, let's make a copy of this. So let's say if I wanted to salvage the line art from the sketch, which honestly I might still want to do because I feel like the one that I did was not as good. That is so much better. Oh my goodness. Alright. Basically, let's create a folder so none of this stuff applies to anything else. Layer, correction layer, brightness and contrast. Alright, so you pump up the contrast a lot. And the brightness. Boom! Now you have just line art. But yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. There's still gonna be like artifacts and stuff, so if you... Oh, I gotta still up the contrast. And still up the brightness, I believe. Yeah, there's still gonna be artifacts of the sketch left over, but pretty much, yeah, that is literally how you solve it. Is by turning up the brightness and contrast. You have to turn it up real high though, so like this is like 72, 75. But yeah, that would be how you rescue a poor, unfortunate line art that made its way on your sketch layer. Alright. You know what? I'm just gonna backspace a lot till I get a clean sketch layer again and just redo the line art. Because it looks really good. And it did not look as good as the second time. So, we're gonna do it again. And number one thing I recommend for sketch layers is putting a lock on them. That way, you never make the same mistake again. Until you inevitably forget to put the lock on it, and then you make the same mistake again. But that's, hindsight's 2020. 2020 was 5 years ago. So. Boom. And then we're gonna attempt to make line art that was half as good as it was. Let me toss some frogs back on here because they're kind of running around, not in a visible desktop. I think the reason why I really liked the line art the first time is because it had really good pen pressure. And now I'm trying too hard. It will never be the same. Cheese and crackers. Top 10 ways to disappoint yourself. Number 1. That would be a funny, like, short to make. Like, top 10 ways artists disappoint themselves. But it'd just be, like, funny stuff, like drawing on the sketch layer. Or, the titular can't draw the other eye. Forgetting to flip the canvas. The classic thing. Alright, my computer's starting to slow down again. So I don't know if I'll be able to get to the end of the hair before oh, that's the wrong thing. I deleted the absolutely wrong thing. Oh no, please go back. Please, computer. Go back for me, baby. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you can't tell, my computer's lagging just a little bit. It took that long to get that back. Alright. Maybe I'll finish up the bangs and probably call it for tonight on stream. I don't know. It was a fun stream, so it's kind of weird because this new year I've started off drawing a lot, and I don't know. I have ambitious plans for later, but we'll see if my dysfunction of just living will actually allow me to get those things done. Alright. Cool. I'm gonna call that the bang done. Alright. Oh, you're working on ship art of your 2 characters? I hope it's going well. And luckily, you'll never have to worry about putting your line art on the wrong layer. So, I'm very happy for you. But I'm gonna call it here for tonight. It was wonderful to have everyone join. I hope everyone's having a good new year so far. I will be doing a frog count for those of you who probably haven't been here before. These frogs will slowly accumulate over stream, and then we'll kind of make guesses to see who will get the correct number of frogs. And whoever does gets the titular title of Frog TM, and mayhaps a free sketch we'll have to see. I don't know. Honestly, I think it'd be funny if it's just free sketches of just a frog doing something. That would be funny. But, so earlier this stream, we had a ridiculous amount of frogs. So we had 57 of them already, and kind of just going to be adding that on top of that. So if you're going to make guesses, probably be over 57, because that was the amount we had at the beginning of stream. From Spearberry, when do you think I'll have stream next? Either next week, Friday, or Saturday. Honestly, I think I might be trying to do streams weekly on Friday nights, but we will see. I've been really inconsistent with streaming just because, honestly, it takes so much energy just to get yourself mentally prepared, or at least it does for me, to do literally anything. Posting something online, starting stream, getting out of bed. So it could It could be literally anything. From Spirit Fairy, your bones were very, very wrong. Don't listen to that. I mean, in your heart of hearts, they were right. Ooh, 101 frogs, final answer. Alright. Anyone else want to make some guesses? Because I have no idea how many frogs are here. I'm gonna say... 70. I think it's gonna be 70. 99. Alright. So we start at 57. Ready, aim, and start counting. So it was 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 90, 91, 92. Wait, no, I was at 60. 62! Wait, how many frogs was I at? Oh, no! Oh, gosh, hold up. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Alright, 22 plus 57. 79 frogs. Wah, 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 wah. I was the closest. I am the Frog TM. Honestly, it would be hilarious if we had 101 frogs, though. Like 101 Dalmatians. That would be funny. But thank you all for joining stream. Wonderful to have you all. Like I said, probably next week, Friday or Saturday. We'll see. Inconsistency is my consistent schedule. So could be anywhere on the timeline, to be honest. But I hope you all have a great night and or day. A wonderful new year. Make sure you all drink some water, touch some grass, and most importantly, make sure you stretch, because I'm probably going to do that right now.